Welcome to District Command Central, your go-to source for the latest news and updates on the Washington Commanders. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss a play. The chatter around the possibility of San Francisco for Niners wide receiver Brandon Aiyuk joining the Washington Commanders continues to intensify. And it is easy to see why, after a heart-wrenching overtime loss to the Denver Broncos, one of the NFL's most formidable teams this season. The Commanders find themselves at 3 wins and 9 losses. Their campaign has been plagued by a combination of injuries, inconsistencies, and missed opportunities, leaving fans and analysts alike to speculate on how the team might rebuild and reshape its offense for the seasons ahead. Quarterback Jayden Daniels, who has been dealing with his own challenges due to injuries, has had to navigate a roster that often lacked playmakers. And it seems increasingly likely that Washington will make a major push this offseason to strengthen its receiving cores, whether through free agency, trades, or strategic selections in the NFL draft. One name that has consistently surfaced in these discussions is Brandon Aiyuk, a player with a strong connection to Daniels from their time together at Arizona State University. The idea of a collegiate reunion in Washington is tantalizing for both fans and the team's management, offering the possibility of rekindling chemistry that was once electric at the college level. ESPN's Jeremy Fowler highlighted this connection, noting that one team to potentially watch for Aiyuk is Washington. He is close with quarterback Jayden Daniels, his former teammate at Arizona State, and general manager Adam Peters, a John Lynch disciple from his time in San Francisco, understands the Aiyuk experience well. This existing relationship between the quarterback and wide receiver could provide a foundation for immediate synergy on the field, something the Commanders desperately need after struggling to find consistent offensive rhythm this season. The prospect of adding Aiyuk to a receiving corps that already features Terry McLaurin and Deebo Samuel presents an enticing scenario for Washington. The offense would suddenly boast 3 elite playmakers, capable of stretching the field and creating mismatches for opposing defenses. However, the allure of this addition comes with significant risk, as Aiyuk is currently recovering from a severe injury. Ahead of the 2024 season, he signed a lucrative 4-year, $120 million contract with the 49ers, signaling his status as one of the premier talents at his position. Unfortunately, an early season injury resulted in torn ACL and MCL ligaments in his right knee, abruptly ending his season and leaving his immediate future uncertain. Reports suggested he should have returned to practice by now, yet he remained sidelined, which naturally raises concerns about his long-term health and readiness to contribute at a high level. Balancing the potential reward against the risk is at the heart of the Aiyuk to Washington discussion. While his talent is undeniable, his injury history and the possibility of further complications cannot be ignored. There has also been some drama surrounding Aiyuk during his time in San Francisco, echoing the narrative that led to Deebo Samuel's departure from Washington. Despite these concerns, the Commanders have shown in recent years that they are willing to navigate such challenges when the upside is significant. The chance to equip Daniels with 3 dynamic receiving threats could transform Washington's offensive strategy, providing the quarterback with options that can change games and potentially elevate the team into playoff contention in future seasons as the regular season continues, albeit with limited hope for a playoff berth. Washington is already looking ahead to the offseason with a clear focus on recalibration and strategic planning. Addressing the deficiencies in their receiving corps is a top priority, and Aiyuk represents a player who, if healthy, could provide a game-changing addition. The combination of past collegiate chemistry with Daniels and the tactical understanding of general manager Adam Peters, who has first-hand experience working with Aiyuk's style of play in San Francisco, makes this potential move one that is grounded in both familiarity and strategic foresight. It is the kind of high-stakes decision that has the potential to alter the trajectory of the team in the coming years. Of course, there are obstacles. Bringing in a player recovering from significant knee injuries requires careful evaluation of medical reports, rehabilitation progress, and risk tolerance. The Commanders' front office will need to weigh these factors against the potential impact on the field, considering whether Aiyuk can return to his pre-injury form and contribute immediately to an offense that has struggled for consistency this season. Yet, if there is one thing that has characterized Washington's recent roster decisions, it is a willingness to take calculated risks in pursuit of a stronger and more competitive team. The possibility of adding Aiyuk aligns with this philosophy, offering both a high ceiling and a narrative of reunion and redemption that resonates with fans and players alike. The implications of such a move extend beyond just the roster. Brandon Aiyuk joining the Commanders would send a clear message to the league that Washington is committed to aggressive roster building and that they are intent on providing Jaden Daniels with the weapons necessary to succeed. It would also signal a shift in the team's off-season strategy, emphasizing the importance of synergy, pre-existing chemistry, and the integration of high-impact talent, even in the face of potential medical concerns. For fans, this possibility fuels excitement and speculation, creating a storyline that can dominate the off-season conversations and media coverage as the team seeks to re-establish itself as a contender in the NFC East. Ultimately, the story of Brandon Aiyuk and the Washington Commanders is one of potential, risk, and strategic foresight. While the team's current record reflects the difficulties of the season, the off-season offers a chance to reshape the trajectory of the franchise, whether through a reunion of college teammates or a shrewd acquisition that adds depth and explosiveness to the offense. Washington has the opportunity to address its weaknesses and build toward a future where the quarterback and his playmakers can operate at the highest level. The drama of the present, the allure of past connections, and the strategic gambles of the front office all converge in this ongoing narrative, keeping fans on edge and analysts debating the possibilities as the NFL world watches closely. The decision to pursue Aiyuk, therefore, represents more than just a roster move. It symbolizes hope, ambition, and the calculated risks that define the path to a successful rebuild in professional football. If you're enjoying the coverage, make sure to smash that like button and drop a comment with your thoughts on the Commanders' latest moves. We want to hear from you. Breaking news, and I mean absolute shockwaves through the NFL world. The rumor mill has officially gone into overdrive, and the whispers we've all been hearing for weeks, maybe even months, are now morphing into a reality that nobody saw coming. Hold on to your seats, folks, because what's happening with one of the league's most electrifying wide receivers is nothing short of historic. Yes, you heard me right. CeeDee Lamb, the explosive, jaw-dropping, highlight reel machine who has terrorized defensive backs and made the Cowboys offense a must-watch spectacle, is reportedly turning his back on Dallas. I know. It sounds like something straight out of an alternate NFL universe, where everything you thought you knew about loyalty, contracts, and team identity gets thrown out the window. But according to sources close to the situation, Lamb is heading east, signing with the Washington Commanders in a move that could completely reshape the NFC landscape. Can you even imagine it? The Cowboys, a team that has built its brand around star power and consistency, losing their crown jewel. Lamb has been the kind of player who doesn't just rack up stats. He changes games with a single play. We're talking about a receiver who makes contested catches look effortless, who turns a routine catch into an instant highlight, who, week after week, has forced defenses to game plan exclusively around him. And now, the team that has relied on his dynamism is reportedly being left to rethink everything. Rumors suggest that the deal was in the works for some time, a slow burn behind closed doors, with agents, managers, and front offices negotiating in a dance that only the insiders truly understand. The whispers say that this is not just about money, although make no mistake, the financial terms are rumored to be staggering, but also about opportunity, a new challenge, and the chance to become the face of a franchise that has been eager to reclaim relevance on the national stage. Imagine the scenes in the locker rooms. Cowboys fans waking up to social media feeds exploding with speculation. Each tweet, each post, each source confirms, sending hearts racing and jaws dropping. And on the flip side, Washington Commanders fans are reportedly in euphoric disbelief, barely able to contain themselves at the thought of adding someone of Lamb's caliber. The Commanders have been quietly assembling talent, making moves that have raised eyebrows but never quite sent shockwaves until now. The narrative that he could be the missing piece to elevate the Commanders from perennial contenders to actual Super Bowl threats is gaining traction faster than anyone could have predicted. Analysts are already spinning scenarios of how he'll mesh with the quarterbacks, what his presence will mean for offensive schemes, and how defenses across the league will now have to adjust. The ripple effect of this rumored signing is potentially seismic. And let's talk about CD himself for a second, because this isn't just about X's and O's. Lamb has always been more than a player. He's an icon in the making. His work ethic, his charisma, and his on-field swagger have made him one of the faces of the modern NFL. He doesn't just play the game, he embodies it, so when news breaks, or in this case, leaks, that he is changing teams, it's not just a transaction, it's a cultural moment. It's the kind of story that fuels debates, drives social media trends, and keeps fans up at night dissecting every angle. And if the rumors are accurate, the Commanders aren't just getting a star, they're getting a franchise-altering talent whose presence could redefine expectations, ticket sales, and national media attention. Sources hint at behind-the-scenes tension that may have influenced this decision. While the Cowboys have long been seen as a powerhouse, some insiders suggest that contract negotiations reached an impasse, that discussions about long-term vision and team identity may have collided with Lamb's personal ambitions. Could it be that the Cowboys underestimated the magnitude of his desire for a new challenge? Or perhaps the Commanders simply played their cards flawlessly, offering a combination of financial incentive, team control, and personal respect that was irresistible. Either way, the energy surrounding this rumor is electric. Sports talk shows are already lighting up with sources say and unconfirmed reports. But the consensus seems clear: if this move happens, it will go down as one of the most stunning free agency developments in recent NFL history. Now, let's not forget the human element. We're talking about a player who has grown within the Cowboys system, who has formed bonds with teammates, who has become a leader on and off the field. The emotional weight of leaving a team that drafted him and gave him the stage to shine cannot be understated. Yet, if these rumors hold, Lamb is making a statement about his career trajectory, about his willingness to take risks, and about his hunger to achieve greatness in a new environment. This isn't just a business decision. It's a bold move that speaks to confidence, ambition, and perhaps a little bit of defiance. And the fans, well, Cowboys fans may feel a sting that lingers, while Commanders fans will likely be an uncontainable celebration, seeing their team's fortunes shift overnight. The narrative practically writes itself: the hero who leaves his home turf to conquer new horizons, the prodigal talent stepping into a void and promising to light up a new city. The implications for the league are enormous. Divisional rivalries are about to get a new layer of intrigue. Every matchup involving the Cowboys and Commanders will carry extra weight, extra eyes, extra tension. Fantasy football players are recalibrating projections, team executives are scrambling to anticipate defensive strategies, and casual fans who might not know the first thing about free agency are suddenly glued to updates. This is the kind of rumor that doesn't fade quickly. It lingers, it dominates conversations, and it spawns endless speculation. And let's be honest, there's a certain thrill in watching it all unfold in real time, as cryptic tweets, insider hints, and analyst hot takes collide to form a swirling narrative that nobody can fully control. Of course, skeptics will argue, is this really happening? Can Lamb actually leave Dallas? And to them, the answer is that in the modern NFL, almost anything is possible. Player mobility, escalating contracts, and the media frenzy around marquee names have created a landscape where surprise moves are not just possible, they are expected. Lamb fits the mold of the player whose talent alone allows him to dictate terms. He is a generational receiver, the type of athlete who commands attention. And now, if these rumors solidify, he may also become a symbol of a new era for Washington. The buzz surrounding this move is not just about football, it's about narrative, drama, and the human fascination with change. People love stories of upheaval, of talent shifting the balance of power, and Lamb, with his combination of skill, personality, and star power, is the perfect protagonist. So as the rumor mill spins faster, as insiders continue to leak tidbits and analysts run simulations in real time, the only certainty is uncertainty. Will the deal go through exactly as speculated? Will there be twists, delays, or surprises in the coming hours? Possibly. But the sheer magnitude of the possibility that CeeDee Lamb is trading the Cowboys for the Commanders has already reshaped expectations, conversations, and the very mood of the league. It's a story that will dominate headlines, social media, and fan discussions for weeks, maybe months. And it's precisely the kind of high-stakes drama that makes the NFL not just a sport, but a cultural phenomenon. If even half of these rumors prove accurate, the ripple effects will be felt from the locker room to the broadcast booth, from fantasy leagues to front office strategies, and from casual observers to die-hard fans whose allegiances will be tested and perhaps transformed. And let's not forget the historical angle. How often do we see a player of this magnitude make such a seismic shift in the modern NFL? We are talking about a name that belongs in highlight reels and discussion panels, and in debates about the greatest receivers of this generation. For him to potentially leave a team that has been a cornerstone of his professional identity, to step into a franchise hungry for relevance, is nothing short of monumental. The rumor has that rare mix of shock, excitement, and strategic intrigue. It is the kind of news that makes you pause, rewind, and ask yourself, did I just hear that right? And the answer, for now, is yes, but with the caveat that the NFL, ever unpredictable, might still have a few surprises up its sleeve before the ink is dry, so buckle up. Because whether you're a Cowboys loyalist feeling a pang of betrayal, a Commanders enthusiast reveling in the prospect of glory, or just a fan of NFL drama in general, the swirling rumors surrounding CeeDee Lamb are about to take center stage. The conversations in sports bars, on podcasts, and across social media are already heating up, fueled by speculation, insider leaks, and the sheer audacity of what could be happening. And as this story continues to unfold, one thing is certain: we are witnessing the kind of moment that reminds us why we love sports, why we follow players' careers so passionately, and why a single decision or even the rumor of a decision can electrify an entire league. History may well remember this as the point when the Commanders made a statement to the NFL world, and when the Cowboys were forced to rethink everything they thought they knew about the future of their franchise. Ladies and gentlemen, the NFL rumor of the decade may very well be here. And at the center of it all is none other than CeeDee Lamb, the receiver whose talent, ambition, and star power are about to rewrite expectations, ignite debates, and leave fans across the country on the edge of their seats. Keep your eyes glued, your notifications on, and your Twitter feeds refreshed. Because if this story continues the way it's starting, we are not just witnessing a free agency move, we are witnessing history in motion. And it is absolutely impossible to look away. Thanks for tuning into District Command Central. Make sure to subscribe and follow us for all the Commanders news you need. Until next time, keep the faith and hail to the Commanders.